My first year as a beekeeper, Season 1. It's the 19th of June 2022 and today is our 8th inspection. It's been 9 days since we did our first inspection without gloves, and since we managed to not get stung, we're continuing that again this week. We also saw that they made some great progress on the second brood box, so we're hoping that the queen has finally made her way up here and started laying. Before we get to that, let's check out the super. This first frame is pretty bare on one side, but is full of nectar on the other. That's good progress, as they've not made much progress in the super over the past few weeks because they've been busy on the second brood box. This next frame is almost completely full of capped honey on one side, but has lots of nectar on the other. Another almost full frame, front and back this time though. Well done, bees! This is the final frame of the super that we'll look at today. As you can see, they're definitely doing a great job at filling them out, so I will be putting on another super at the end of this video. Looks like we might have some honey to extract this year after all. If you're finding this interesting and would like to see more videos like this, please do hit that like and subscribe button to be notified when new episodes are released. Let's move down to the brood box and see how they're doing. In this box we're hoping to see that Bertha has been up here laying eggs. On this first frame we can see that there's a fair amount of nectar around the edge, and on the reverse, lots of nectar and pollen. Here's another look at it with a few less bees. On to the next frame. Oh wow, look at that in the centre of the frame. There's what looks like the start of some brood, and then the same on the back. Let's shake these bees off and get a closer look. Here we go. We have some fully capped over and a few which are almost capped over. If you look closely, you may also be able to see some tiny little eggs. And on the back we have an even larger patch of brood. Let's go through the rest of the brood box and see how the rest of the frames are looking. This next frame has way more brood on it. It's nice to see how many more bees they're creating up here. Geez, this frame is looking full. There are some rather large looking larvae up here. Let me show you. I think it's amazing to see the bees up close and see how they interact with each other. I could just watch them all day. Okay, I won't show you every frame here, but they are all full of brood. Looks like Bertha's been very hard at work this past week. And speaking of Bertha, we've just found her here. Let's show the camera before putting her into a queen clip. I've got a different queen clip to play with this time. Well, that was easy. Let me show her to the main camera. This is my first time using this queen clip, but so far so good. Let's put her to one side before continuing with the inspection. At least now I know she's safe in the queen clip. I don't have to worry about hurting her whilst I'm looking through the rest of the hive. After looking through the rest of the frames in the top brood box, it's time to head down to the main brood chamber. I'll put the queen over here in the corner and let's have a look at these frames. This first frame seems to just be used to store pollen. These frames seem pretty stuck, so let's get the hive tool and put it to some use. On this frame there is a fair amount of brood around the edge. These first few frames all have brood on, but I'll skip over them. Here's a frame which has quite a bit of capped brood on. There's also a queen cup over there on the right hand side, which I'll have to deal with. Wait a minute, I don't see the queen in the queen clip. Oh man, look at this, she's gone. How did that happen? Let's see if we can rewind this and see where she went. That's it, let's replay that. There she goes, did you see that? Let's zoom in. That crafty little git. That's our Bertha, the escape artist. Well, at the point of filming this, I had no idea what had happened to her. The only thing I could do is continue with the inspection and see if I could find her. So let's do that. Let's continue with the inspection. Ooh, look, another queen cup. This one looks empty though. On this room we can see quite a lot of drone brood. These are the larger cells that stick out more and are in the middle and on the left of the frame. There is also a drone at the bottom of this frame that I will highlight now. Can you see that these are much larger than the worker bees? Drones are male bees that are raised solely for the purpose of mating with a queen bee. They do not have stingers and they do not participate in other tasks, such as foraging or caring for young bees. In a healthy and well-managed beehive, the percentage of drones in spring should be between 5 and 15%. During the winter months, most of the drones in the hive die off due to lack of food and resources. In the spring, the queen will start laying eggs to replenish the workforce in the hive. Here we go again, back with the frame of doom, covered in queen cups as usual. Looks like we found the escape artist, Bertha, again. Let's make sure I actually close it properly this time. Wow, take a look at this frame. It's practically perfect. I'm going to look at these last few frames and then add a super for them to expand into. Let's put all of these frames back to normal. Ouch! That stung. There goes our first sting, just at the end of the inspection. As these bees are clearly irritated, I'm going to run back to the house and grab some gloves for the last minute or two. And that's it for this inspection. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button as it really helps. I will hopefully see you in the next video when we will find out how they get on with the new super we've just added.